I finished Kena Bridge of Spirits yesterday, and I just need to make this video talking about my experience with you guys, also letting you know what the game is really like. I noted down a few points that I want to talk about, but I'll leave this script free. I will just freely talk about it, let you know my thoughts, my excitement, my emotions about the game and the experience that I had. So, while you probably already know that my excitement for the game was just sky high, and I'm incredibly happy and glad to say that Kena Bridge of Spirits even exceeded my expectations, which is incredible. You know, I've been playing video games for about 20 years now, and it's unbelievable, but I think Kena Bridge of Spirits is my favorite game of all time now. And you know, while I love this game, and I will tell you why, I will also try to talk about the negative things that I've seen with the game, or things that they could maybe still improve. In the background, I'll just leave you some gameplay, and I'll try to keep this video as spoiler free as I can, so you guys can still enjoy your own experience. So first, let's start off with the cutscenes and animations. They're, you know, it's just unbelievable. The cutscenes and animations are on a completely new level. I've never seen this in a video game. It's not like you're playing a game, it is rather like you're really watching a Disney or Pixar movie. And the sound design that comes with it just supports the whole feeling to it. It has a very deep and emotional story that is just presented in such a professional cinematic way. It is really something that you need to experience. The cutscenes and animations were definitely one of the highlights about this game. The characters are presented really well, but at the same time I feel like, you know, it's their first game, but I feel like the stories and the spirits themselves could have even more depth to it. I feel like it was sometimes a bit short how they were finished afterwards. You know, in the story of Kena, you will help these troubled spirits that are trapped because of their past and regrets they have and unfinished business, and we as Kena help them to move on and experience their stories and background on why they're struggling. And while the presentation of this is just, as I said, unbelievable, incredible, the best I've ever seen in a video game, which is also because, you know, Emberlab comes from this very professional animation background and they just really brought that into the game. But at the same time I feel like they maybe had not enough time to go even more into some of the stories, especially Kena's story herself. You know, we know that Kena's past is also involving her father, and that she's struggling herself. And I feel like they did not fully go into Kena's story herself. They left us quite open, not knowing too much about her background. It was mentioned a little bit, and there was such a cute scene. Those of you who played the game will know, with Kena's past, and that presentation was also absolutely incredible, and you know, the game had me in tears multiple times because of its incredible cutscenes and animations. But yeah, I feel like they should discover and explore Kena's past and story herself a lot more. Maybe they could do that with DLC. And yeah, Kena herself is such a lovable and sweet character. I love Kena. She's designed super well. She has incredible face expressions. She has a nice personality, and Ayu, the voice actress of Kena, did such a fantastic job. I think she has an amazing voice, and you know, it really fits Kena. And on this journey, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really felt like Kena is becoming such a lovable, good friend that you really care for. And that is something that I really like about it as well. And on our journey with Kena, we obviously have our little friends, the Rot. And they're just so incredibly cute and sweet, as you would expect it. But you know, it is amazing to collect more of them to grow your team. You're really happy about any single one of them that you find and then that your team grows with. and also finding the hats and equipping to them. You can collect your favorite hats, and there's a huge amount of hats in this game, and you can all put them on your little friends, and it is just so cute. One of my favorite moments was when I equipped a fox hat to one of my rods, and I would swim in the water with them, and then it looked like there's just a tiny little fox swimming in that water because you would only see the hat. That was really cute. And yeah, this is just very lovable and sweet, and how Kena interacts with the rods in the cutscene is just adorable. And what's also really cool, you have this kind of spirit dragon that helps you with the puzzles and to restore the environment, and that also grows the more rod you collected. And you know, I have collected them all. I have all 100 rods now, and this spirit dragon is just huge in the end, and it looks really, really epic. I really like that. Next, I want to talk about environments and art style in this game, which is obviously a huge point for me that makes this game so special. For me personally, Kena Bridge of Spirits is the most beautiful video game that I've ever played. It has the most amazing environments and art style ever. Everything in the game just looks like it's straight out of a Disney or a Pixar movie. And that is actually insane because we haven't really seen that before. I would say the closest to that was actually Kingdom Hearts 3, but Kena is even on a next level to that. It is just so beautiful. Every single corner in this game is amazing, and this is what really next-gen stylized graphics look to me. And you know, actually, there was just this interview post-launch with Mike Greer, and he said that they didn't fully go for what they could have gone for because of it in the last gen. And that really makes me wonder how a game from Emberlab would look like if they make it only next gen. And that's something that I really hope that we will see in the future. I hope that they will explore this universe further. I would love to see another game with Kena or in the same world, and then please go fully next gen Emberlab. I would love to see that. And yeah, just everything in the environment is inspiring to me. It really makes me want to create the whole world myself. And it is just really a joy and a blast to explore this. And you know, it is so well done. It feels really lush and dense, and it all makes sense. And what's crazy is you don't, for an indie game, it is all so polished. You barely see any flaws or mistakes in the environment. Usually you would see things like floating grass somewhere, or things that are not placed well and stuff, but you barely ever see that with Kena Bridge of Spirits. The whole world is so polished, and you have a few different kind of locations that you explore. Obviously you're mostly in green and colorful forest environments, but then you will also go deep down into a cave where there are lanterns in different colors and particles, and you know, when you do your push skill, it will activate all the crystals on the cave wall, and it will all light up, and it just looks incredible. It is just so insanely beautiful. I still can't believe how good the game looks like. It is crazy. Definitely the best graphics I've ever seen in a video game, to me personally. Now let's talk about the gameplay aspect. It has a really great mix out of exploration, platforming, puzzles and combat. And while the game is not an open world game, you still have quite huge areas to explore, which is a lot of fun, and yeah, as I said, they're just beautiful. But yeah, the exploration is actually really cool. You have different kind of things to do. We have crystals that we can use to buy hats. We have karma to upgrade our skills. And this is actually cool because you kind of get all of this by exploring the environment, finding chests, restoring the environment, finding flower shrines. And it all is really well integrated into the game and feels like one flow. And the platforming is super fun as well. The double jump feels really nice, even though I have to say it is something that sometimes feels a bit hard. Like Kena's turning and then jumping can make you miss some things, but it's still very precise, and I think you just need to learn it a little bit in the beginning. And then the exploration part is actually really well done, because you don't just find everything super easy. It's actually really hard to find everything, and you really need to explore this world into every single corner. And that is exactly what I did. I've now collected everything in the game, and I'm just missing one single trophy that I'll come to later. But what I want to talk about more is the combat aspect, and that surprised me a little bit. I knew that it's gonna be good, but I didn't believe that it's gonna be this perfect. The combat is absolutely my kind of taste. It is very fast paced, it is skill based, you really need to learn the bosses, and the boss design is amazing. I think you know, apart from Kingdom Hearts, which has a lot of insanely good bosses, I don't think I've ever seen such a nice boss design in terms of their character design, but also how they are played against, what you need to do, what they're doing. They switch between passive, aggressive, long range and low range styles of attacks, and it's really a learning experience. And also the music and sound effects supporting these boss battles just makes it insanely epic. I loved every single of the bosses, and I just can't wait to play it in master difficulty with you guys. Which brings me to that. So the very last trophy that I'm missing now is the master run finish with Kena. And there have been some glitches where people already got it by not even completing the game really. This was just a huge glitch that would allow you to get this trophy. They've patched it out now, I think, and this is completely fine by me because I wanna earn this trophy. I wanna finish the master run. You know, I've played it in the second difficulty, which was already very challenging. I think I needed about 4 or 5 tries against Taro and at least 5 tries against the last boss. So some of them will be insanely challenging and hard in the master run, and honestly I can't wait for it. I can't wait to fail and learn and have this amazing feeling when we finally beat them. And I want to do it all with you guys. I want to stream this experience for you guys, so I'll be streaming probably my whole master run on Twitch with you guys starting next week. So definitely make sure to follow me on Twitch so that you have the notification when this goes live. And it will also be a pleasure to just show you the game and, you know, have a nice time. And I'll probably also make a huge video later where I put all of my reactions when I beat the bosses. So I'll put a huge video about all the bosses in the master run from Kena. Can't wait for that. And yeah, just in general the combat was so much fun. You have a lot of options with how you want to play, how you want to use the rods and weaknesses of different kind of enemies, how you can beat them, and it was just really an amazing experience. This is so much fun, and for me personally the gameplay was a perfect mix out of exploration, puzzles, combat and cutscenes. And all of this just makes this game really incredible. It has some big Zelda vibes, it has quite a few elements from Breath of the Wild, which could be interesting for some of you guys. Definitely very similar to that Kingdom Hearts combat style. And lastly, I just want to thank the guys from Emberlab for making the most incredible game that I've ever played. Just know that you have created something incredible that excites a lot of people out there, that gives us amazing experiences. And I just hope from the bottom of my heart that you explore this universe further, that we will see more of Kena and her world, and that you will keep creating games because you guys rock it from the first game. And yeah, and you know, I really love experiences that make me emotional. In Germany we say someone is built close to water, meaning that they're more likely to tear up than others. I'm definitely a person like that, and I just love experiences, games and films that make me tear up. and Kena was one of the games that was very on this very high emotional level that was just incredible. So thank you for that, and thank you all for watching this and supporting these videos, even though they're not Dreams related. But yeah, next week I'll show you how I created my shrine inspired by Kena in a very high quality video that a lot of you guys can pick things up from, so please be excited for that. And with that, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.